15 years of experience in marketing. One thing through that entire 15 years that I never learned was customer psychology. Don't fucking waste 15 fucking years like I did. Don't waste fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars on quote unquote gurus and coaches to not learn the shit that I'm about to fucking tell you for fucking free. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Return on Investment MF channel. It's your host, Zack ROI Williams. And this is the information your haters don't want you to hear about. Becoming the most badass version of yourself in business. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Return on Investment MF channel. We are going to be talking about customer psychology. This holds a very, very special place in my heart because this is what I've spent literally the last entire year studying. Now, I've got 15 years of experience in marketing. Y'all know that. But one thing that I think is left off the table for not even just like a lot of gurus to talk about, but a lot of, and you know how I feel about gurus, right? Quote unquote. And everyone's like, oh, Zack, isn't that what you're trying to do? Whatever. Like, I'm trying to be an educator. I'm trying to be a fucking entertainer. I'm trying to take boring ass information and give it to you in a fucking way that you actually consume it. I don't give a shit about you paying me. I want money from you. Don't get me wrong. Like, let's be transparent here. I'm doing this for a fucking reason. It's to make some income, to provide a family, a life for my family that they fucking deserve. But also, the more fucking people that I can get to pay me, the more fucking people I can help. God bless. It must have been the coffee today. I have no idea why I just went off on that tangent. But, you know, yes, some of these gurus, I kind of look at guru as like a negative connotation. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of information that are great educators. There's a lot of people out there that are really good at entertaining. I'm trying to find that equal balance of both. I want to give you a substantial information that you can consume and actually apply to your life, but I want to do it in a way that's not fucking boring, not sitting there super monotone and check this, go here, do that, whatever, and then send you on your way. I really want to fucking help you guys. The only way I can fucking help is if you listen to what I'm talking about. And what I'm about to talk about is fucking pertinent information to being successful or not successful. So 15 years of experience in marketing. One thing through that entire 15 years that I never learned was customer psychology. Don't fucking waste 15 fucking years like I did. Don't waste fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars on quote unquote gurus and coaches to not learn the shit that I'm about to fucking tell you for fucking free. Okay. I hope that preface was like strong enough to lead into what I'm going to talk about. And hopefully I give you enough value in this to make up for me making an ass for myself. So definitely this would be one of the episodes that I would get a pen and paper. And if you're listening to this on a commute or whatever the case, I definitely encourage you to come back and listen to it where you can dedicate some time really kind of dissecting this. So customer psychology. Why did I spend an entire year focused on strategy and reverse engineering what customer psychology really is? So don't have to explain to you what psychology is, and I don't have to explain to you what a customer is. So we're going to put those two things together and figure out what it is subconsciously or consciously that attracts customers to your product or service and why they end up buying. Now, my favorite thing in the world to do is, let's not be dumb here, we all buy shit offline. And a lot of times I catch myself buying things from any type of advertisement, whether it be on social media, on YouTube, you name it, whatever. There's an advertisement that pops up. I get emailed, this, that, whatever. It gets my attention. I click on it. I add to cart. I complete purchase, and boom, someone made money off me. Now, how the fuck did they do that? This is what I do, guys. Like, I'm that fucking guy, and people are still getting me. So that tells me a few different things. A, motherfuckers are still going to spend money no matter what. They're going to buy it from you, or they're going to buy it from your competitors. Now, how the fuck do we get them to buy it from you and not your competitors? We discussed that on a past episode about how to actually create a competitive analysis. So go back to listen to that if you haven't. But what can we do better than your competitors? But not only that, what is it within yourself that makes you buy? Are you an ideal customer for the own products and services that you offer? If so, you really have a lot of insight into how your mind works and what gets you to become an actual consumer. Now, again, if we're going to be looking at advertisements and reverse engineering them based off what you've seen, obviously it's not going to be your own ad, but the actual psychology behind it is still sticks the same. So what was the stop scroll? Now, the stop scroll is what's going to happen when you're scrolling through social media, or you're scrolling through videos, or you're scrolling through your email inbox, or you're scrolling through this or doing that or whatever. And the same thing can apply when you're watching TV, this, that, whatever. What is it that stops you in your tracks and makes you pay attention? Think about, and this customer psychology can go all the way far as back, or pardon me, not even customer psychology, but reverse engineering can go all the way back to TV. Think about TV. You're watching your favorite TV show and a commercial comes on. What do? 9 times out of 10, you're going to pull up your phone. Probably the other 1%, you're going to turn around and start talking to someone next to you. You're completely ignoring the TV because you know what? It's a fucking advertisement and you don't care. Same thing happens on social media advertising. They see that sponsored ad. They see this advertisement. They already know. They already know the lingo that you're going to use. They already know all the different hooks and copy that you're going to try and use to stop them. But some work and some don't. So what's the difference? Was it the creative that stopped you? If so, what about the creative? Was it the way the models looked? Was it the way the models interacted? Was it the copy that got said? Was it the colors that's used in the creative? Is it the captions? What was it? Was it interesting? Is there props? Was there a lot of flashy movement, explosions? Was it a cute, cuddly animal? What was it? You stopped. It got your attention. And this is even something, if you're one of the marketing agency owners out there, this works for us too. Even though I dissect almost every ad I look at, there's still some that when I get into that brain dead scrolling that catches my eye. And that's the shit you want to pay attention to. So as you're scrolling, as you're catching up on these guys and girls and then latest gossip and who's got what car and yada, 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 what is it that stopped you and completely sidetracked you from what you were doing? The brain dead activity of scrolling through social media, what stopped you? If you're on YouTube and you're actually there to either be entertained or to be educated, what was it that caught you and distracted you from the task that you were utilizing? Pay attention to it. What are the words that they're saying? What's the cadence they're talking in? What was the background music like? What was the mood? Was it happy? Was it sad? Was it energetic? Was it angry? All this stuff goes into play. I mean, take into consideration, I know I've mentioned this on a podcast episode before, but what is it that, why are casinos so entertaining? Is it the loud bells? Is it the brightened colors? Is it the energy because everyone's screaming and yelling? Is it the constant pull of the arms? Is it the dealers dealing? Is it the fresh air that is pumped into that place? What is it that keeps everyone excited? It's a similar thing when it comes to advertisements and the way the creative is written and created, the way the copy is written. What is it that gets your attention? What's that stop scroll? What stops you? Then, what is it that keeps you continuing to read? Once you stop, something is going to cause you to continue to read. Now, a lot of times when you're service-based, people are going to look at advertisements to either save them money, make them money, or to save them time. So a lot of times in your copy, what is it that makes them continue reading to the point where they even actually click through to something? Whatever it is, that little bit of information, that little nugget on whether it's a product that helps them, fix a pain point in their life, or it's a service that helps save them, time, money, or make them money. What is it that's going to keep them reading through the copy? How are you going to keep them entertained? How are you going to keep them engaged? What is it that you're going to give them? So many times, like I said, we all are programmed now to understand that everything is an advertisement. Shit, us guys can't go use the bathroom without staring at an advertisement while we're at the urinal. I don't know what ladies' bathrooms look like, but I'm sure there's advertisements in there too. So we're constantly we can't get away from it. So we know to start turning it off so that we protect ourselves, quote unquote, to not being sold to or taken advantage of. So it's the ones that actually work, that actually get your attention, and not only get your attention, but keep your attention to finish reading the entire caption. Some captions are long, some captions are short. Which one stopped you? Was it funny? Was it exciting? Was it educational? Did it give you a piece of information that you could leave without clicking on the link and continuing on? But yet they gave you some value. So now you want to see what more information they have. What was it in the copy that made you read that to get to what's now I'm going to discuss is the call to action? The CTA. What is it that made you click the link or click the video or go to the website or complete a purchase or, subscribe? What is it that made you do whatever it is that they were trying to basically control you to do? Guys, this is what I do. With every advertisement that I put out there, there's an objective. I work my way backwards. How can I get someone from point A to point B to point C to point D and continue on throughout that process? So they are focusing on trigger points in your subconscious to keep your attention, to keep you engaged, and to keep you hungry for what's on the other side of that button. So what was it that they said that said, hey, I want to click this button. Hey, I want to get off this website and go to the next website. Hey, I want to find out more about who this person is or who this charity is or what their movement's about. What was it that made you click that button? Boom, you click the button. What was it about the product or the service that made you add it to the cart? How does it help you? How does it help you protect you? How does it help you stop something that's bleeding or a pain point? How does it help you save money? How does it help you make money? How does it help educate you? What was it that was so entertaining about it that you decided that this was something that you wanted to purchase? Then once you get to that purchase point and you do complete the purchase point, we're not even going to talk about some of the other back end stuff about, free shipping and, discounts and this and that, whatever. That'll be covered later on. But what was it that, once you completed that purchase, how did you feel? Were you happy? Were you excited? Were you sad? Did you have buyer's remorse? Were you excited to share this with somebody? This is all going on in your subconscious. But if you stop after you've done this and after you've made it through this journey and you start to think, you reverse engineer it. What was it that happened in my mind? What was it that got me excited about this? From each stage of it, you can figure this out and apply it to your own business. Now, customer psychology goes a long way. Everything I just explained was a part of the advertisement process. The next portion of the process is going to be, how do you control a customer to keep them still spending money with you, increasing the lifetime value? People ask me all the time, why do I give away a free ebook? Shameless plug, www.roiebook.com. Why do I give that away for free? It's all about the customer journey. It's customer psychology at the base of it, where I'm giving them something. And if I can convince someone that I can give them an asset for free that costs no money, that costs me thousands of dollars and months of my time and thousands of dollars to promote, if I can give them something for free and they can make some money off of that, then not only do I earn their trust, subconsciously that tells them, if I can dedicate $0 to this guy and he can make me X dollars, then I can take X dollars and give it to this guy and he can turn it into Y dollars. And then I'll take Y dollars and give it to this guy and turn it into Z dollars, and so on and so forth. Now, granted, I'm service-based. We all know that. But how do you do that with product-based? There's lots of different things that you can get into about referral programs, affiliate links, about discount codes, about, store credits, things of that nature. We won't get into all that right now, but what is it that controlling this, customer psychology, how can you keep them coming back? How can you keep them hungry? How can you keep them entertained inside of your movement, inside of your culture? How do you give them a community where they feel warm and cozy and loved and excited and heard? What all about that in their subconscious that their fucking brain does without them thinking about? What part of that can you control so that they keep coming back and keep purchasing from you? Lifetime value, LTV. You hear me talk about it all the time. It's fucking extremely important, and it's probably one of the things that gets the least amount of attention from some of these 7, 8, and 9-figure earners that I deal with. Don't let that fucking be you. Be smarter than the 7, 8, and 9-figure earners by paying attention to the little guy, the individual sales, the people that have already completed a purchase with you. Don't fucking forget about them. Stop being so focused on new customers and focus on how the fuck you can give added value, more education, more excitement, more energy to the people that fucking paid your paycheck. Pay attention to them, and they're going to fucking feed you, bro. They're going to fucking bring people to you. They're going to fucking talk about you. They're going to fucking share your shit. But not if you just give up on them. But it's all, again, another tangent. Sorry, it's the fucking coffee. Dear Lord. Focus on these guys. Focus on the customer psychology behind controlling. It's such a strong word. Jesus, this is scary. about controlling how they operate within your business and what they think about your business and how they engage with your business. The more they engage, the more they talk about, the more you keep them in the loop, the more you stay on their mind, the more profit you're going to make, the more revenue you're going to make. How do you stick with them? Retargeting ads, even if it's not even an advertisement trying to pitch them, it's staying in the back of their mind. It's staying in their subconscious. Y'all hear me tell you all the time, it takes an average of 7 times for someone to see a brand before they trust it. Now this person already trusts it, but now you want to start feeding them with information that starts clicking in the back of their head, because now they recognize your brand, they understand your brand, they trust your brand, they love your brand if you do this correctly. So every time you start running these advertisements that are going back to them with a specific strategy, we'll get into that on another video, with a specific strategy, that now they start sharing it, they start engaging with it, they start tagging people in it when you have certain call to actions. There's a lot of call to actions that you can type that don't cost people anything but a little bit of time, a little click of a button, a little type in of, hey, I want to tag this friend, tag 3 friends, do this, or if you got anything out of this, tag this person or share it here. That stuff adds up, and this is all going to be controlled by the little nuggets of information, the little wins that you're offering these people to consume on your behalf, and subconsciously it builds up to the point where they become a fucking warrior for you. Dude, I'll take 100 warriors than I will 10,000 fucking customers. It'll pay for itself tenfold. But it all starts with that very first advertisement, that very first look, that very first organic post, that very first introduction into one of your community groups on Facebook. You've got to make sure that you have reversed engineered whatever this end of action is that you want. Is it for them to become a fucking warrior? Okay. How are you going to do that? How are you going to get them there? How are you going to start with a cold lead, educate them and entertain them enough to complete a purchase, and then give them all the fucking tools and training they need to become a fucking warrior? You're doing all this without them knowing it. Sure, yeah, they know they're buying something from you. Sure, they know that they're going to share this information with someone or give you a referral, but subconsciously you have now controlled the entire customer journey, from them seeing a random person posting an advertisement or organic post or this or that or Snapchat or a reel or a story, to now they're fucking willing to eat, breathe, and die for you. How do you do that? Well, how did someone else get you? You're a customer, you're a client of someone, and what was it that they did that got you so hype about them? Maybe you're in a networking group. Maybe you're a part of a badass culture. Maybe you're inside of a community that really cares about people. What is it that they offer you that you weren't getting anywhere else? What is it that makes you willing to eat, sleep, breathe, die, fucking whatever for them? What about it can you learn from and apply to your own organization to start building your network, to start building your community, to start building your warriors? All this information that I'm talking about right now, customer psychology, it's all in your fucking head because you're a customer. Now we got to get it out of your head onto paper so we can start creating SOPs. Hey, I already talked about that in a previous episode. SOPs on how to control that within your own organization. So now not only you can do it, but your employees that you bring on to replace you in that specific role and so on and so forth can actually become a motherfucker that can control the psychology of someone on the internet to becoming a fucking warrior for you. I feel like that was a good one. Hopefully you got something out of that. If you did, please share this or tag someone. Hey, you see what I'm doing there? I swear to God, I'm not controlling y'all. Please tag someone, share it with them, whatever you want to do. Don't fucking do it. You already know the way my outro goes. You'd be a fucking asshole not to share this with someone if you got something out of it. But no one wants to be an asshole. No one wants to be around an asshole, so don't be an asshole. Anyways, hope you got something out of this. This is customer psychology. There's several books that I have ordered that go into this. I've done a lot of research on this. I spent an entire year focused on this, studying analytical responses and reports, as well as doing a lot of research online. I got a few different style psychology books that I want to read to see how that applies to e-commerce, to sales, to, businesses as far as, products or services go. So there's a lot of research I want to do still because it's gotten my attention. I've seen how fixing some of these problems increases your fucking revenue by tenfold. I'm not even kidding. If If you start focusing on this and you start learning this and you start researching this now, you will be a motherfucking killer. So it's got my attention. I'm addicted to it now. I've got multiple books to read. And so as soon as I do, I will definitely be shouting them out, giving you those links so you can go, chase this rabbit hole for yourself. But this is customer psychology. I want you to read this, or I want you to listen to this. I want you to write down some notes. I want you to go back and read it. And I want you to really kind of open up your mind and apply this to your own organization, and then tag me in a post and let me know how you found out to control customer psychology throughout your own organization. Again, my name is Zack ROI Williams, and this is the Return on Investment MF channel. I fucking appreciate y'all. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you got anything out of it, but are still kind of curious on where to start, please check out my free ebook, roiebook.com. It will take you from exactly where you're at right now and give you some of the answers you're looking for. Check you out on the next video.